Hello, anyone who's actually back to watch the second episode of my RimWorld playthrough. I bounced the first episode around to a couple of friends first off, and, well, many of them said I should have probably described the actual characters in my colony, so we're going to start this video off with that. First off, we have Kigurumi. I'm probably pronouncing that horribly wrong. A cat herder turned army cook who likes to fight, wants something bionic, and likes to run. She is basically the only decent artist we have, also the best chef, and can pretty much beat the living crap out of anybody. This is Anna, a toxic child and joywire artist. That's some form of implant, if I remember correctly. She is an iron-willed nudist who, if we ever have a psychic drone event, she is most likely to go crazy. She has a small shooting skill. Doesn't have the best medicine, but she's our doctor apparently. She will be crafting stuff and maybe researching if we manage to survive long enough to get a research table up. This is Charlotte. She was a bartender. She doesn't really have any standout stats, but she's got a couple of good things all around that let me use her bouncer back and forth between stuff. Next up is Vivian, a cat herder and feline scientist. Good social, good animal, decent medicine and research. So, animal deals with animals, deals with people, takes care of them, etc. Jubia, basically crazy. Toxic child, incredibly neurotic, works hard, can shoot well, good at construction, crafting, research. Everything else is pretty low though. Zach, got another nudist. He's a rugby star. Good melee, good social, good construction and mining. Again, I know I said it in the first video, but a lot of these people have traits I would never use on my own colonists if I was making a colony for myself. And then finally, Miharu is a wine runner and a legal shipwright. Again, kind of crazy, got the psychopath trait. Good construction, melee, animals, decent cooking, kind of low everything else. Alright, now that we got everybody introduced, it's time to start playing again. So I'm just going to turn on fast forward just so we can get through the night pretty quickly. Everyone's sleeping right now on the ground, all in the sand. Actually, well, they're on a floor right now, so concrete floor. Sand probably would be more comfortable. Got the wind generating some power. Our freezer is nice and cold. Oh, we get to name the colony. Colombe, I think I'm just going to stick with that. It's a good starting name. I can't really come up with anything else right now, so that'll be what it is. Starting to wake up. They'll go wander around, haul some stuff. I think Charlotte's just taking a walk. Idle colonists. That's not good. Gotta give them some jobs to do. Those are probably my Kigurumi, Vivian, and Anna. Those are my three that don't have hauling and cleaning tasks. So, I'm going to have them just mine the steel out up here. That'll keep them busy for a little while. Going to have them mine this little bit of aluminum over here too, just to get it done. Just mining away. Everybody else hauling those last couple things back to base. Slow it down just a little bit so I can take a look around. Got some more meals over here. Not much else in the way of just random supplies laying around. Oh, got some metal, which we can actually get to, which is nice. That might basically be it, though, in the way of just free random supplies laying around. You don't really get much on mountainous maps because it's all filled in with mountains. Put it on fast forward again. Nighttime's already coming once more. Wow, that was fast. Alright, what I want to do now is clear out some of this rubble, if only because if I get raided, it would let the enemy use it as cover, and I don't want that. So, put all this on hauling tasks just around my base, just to kind of get it cleared out and stockpiled nearby. That way, when I eventually do something with it, it'll be close, but the enemy, I said, can't use it as cover. And speaking of cover, probably would not be a bad idea to throw up some sandbags on either side of my little base. That way I have some cover. And fast forward again. Nope, starting to rain. That really won't do anything except make. I think it makes people's clothes deteriorate a little more quicker, but right now that's not a big issue because everyone just crash landed with fresh clothing. All sleeping. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and build a wooden research bench. That way I can get started on some different types of research. And first, I'm actually going to do, let's see, stone cutting, because it'll let us turn all this rubble into stone we can use to create walls later. It's either building the sandbags, and that's pretty good. Mining out the aluminum, mining out the steel. We got a nice little start going. Nothing bad's happened yet. Keyword being yet. Actually, now that I have a freezer, I'm going to do how I set up my nutrient paste dispenser. Deconstruct 2 spaces in the wall, and put the dispenser right here. And what those wall spaces will let me do is then put the hopper, which provides food for the dispenser here. So the hopper will be kept cold by the freezer, but this room will stay at its temperature. It won't cool down. So this will let me produce nutrient paste, which it uses a little bit less food per meal than actually cooking does, and it means you don't have to have an extra colonist cooking the whole time. Mine out the rest of that aluminum. I really don't have a use for the aluminum right now, but if need be, I can sell it, make a little bit of silver, if I build a trading station. All sleeping once again. I'll actually probably build them real beds in a second. How am I already out of wood? Oh, they just never hauled it down. Okay, I was like, where did all my wood go? Actually, since there's so much hauling that needs to be done, I'm going to go ahead and set hauling as a temporary priority 1 task, just to get them to haul that last little bit down here. Actually, I know what they were doing. They were all hauling the rubble. That's why they haven't hauled anything. So they'll fill up these last couple rubble spots and then actually go haul the stuff I care about. Just slow going right now. Nice little steady start. Nothing to worry about yet. And right, see, right here it is saying I need defenses. One of the mods I'm using does not let me build... Let's see, where is it? Security? Does not let me build any of the improvised turrets at the start. I can only build deadfall traps, sandbags, and barbed wire, which I'm actually going to build a bit of across this gap right here. Actually, mine it out to make this even, and then I'm going to build some. But what this mod does is I can't build improvised turrets right away. I have to first research machining, and then from there I can build a construction table, which will then let me build improvised turrets, which makes it a little harder to get initial defenses set up, but I like it. And we do have someone doing the research, so we are about halfway to stone cutting, which will be nice. And potatoes are coming along well, about a third of the way done. Now, this barbed wire won't really actually stop anybody, it'll just kind of slow them down a little bit. Which will be nice, because I'm not... this is probably where attacks will come from, down this back entrance here, because they can come from off-map. It'd be bad if they came from here, actually, so I might want to block this off. Yeah, I might want to block that off. Actually, extend the sandbags just a little bit on either side. That'll work. I mean, that's enough to cover that side, yeah. So they're getting the barbed wire set up, which is good. Need to expand my stockpile a little bit. Wood. Push this out once again. Oh. Stone cutting is done, so next up we will get nutrient resynthesis. Means cost a little bit less food to make a meal with the paste dispenser. Finish walling this out. Okay, then get around there. And delete that wall. Oh, a mad animal. A local iguana has gone mad. It is over here, which means it'll come through here. So, find my gunners. That's convenient, they're all together. So draft them, and get them here to the barricade. They're firing on it. Now if only they could hit it. None of them can hit the side of a barn, apparently. Move them up some more. Come on, people, it's one iguana. Surely you can kill it. Apparently not. Move them up again. And we got it. Which reminds me, I need to set this freezer stockpile to also take animal corpses. So they'll haul it there and it'll keep from going bad. And just so I remember to do this, I'm going to have everybody reload. And they've reloaded, so back to work. Expand the stockpile. And fast forward. Actually need to build a butcher's table. So someone will come and be able to butcher that iguana. And we can actually use its meat in the nutrient paste dispenser, so that'll be nice. Butcher creature. Do forever. Do forever. And I'm going to set it so it'll just pull from around here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually do want to build a small heater. Just so I can keep my people warm in here while they're sleeping. And I'm actually going to go ahead and build them real beds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they built awful beds. And I'm going to get rid of these sleeping spots. So they'll complain for a moment about not having enough spaces to sleep, but once the beds, yeah, all the beds are built. That's good. And see, they're actually cleaning up because they have no other jobs to do. And we have idle colonists again. It's actually kind of hot in here, so I'm going to build a cooler for a small one in here. Just to help keep it at a comfortable temperature. Yeah, see, that'll help with that, so. And I know we have the wind turbine, but those can be very fickle. So, I'm going to go ahead and slap a solar generator down as well, so we'll always have at least some power generation during the night. See, they butchered the iguana, they can make meals from it now, and we got some iguana skin up there. Which isn't half bad. Okay, let's see, what else do we really need to do? There's no more real metal around here. Well, we got some aluminum still. Get that. Ooh, we actually have some plasteel here. Let's go ahead and grab that as well. Vivian building the solar panel. And this stuff takes forever to mine. Zach doing some research. That actually is a nice thing. We have a bunch of researchers. You usually are lucky to have one. You really only ever need one, but having multiple will let us have some working and some researching at the same time. So you haven't finished that one plasteel yet. It's at 40%. It's going to take days to finish. And we got 3 colonists idle once more. Wow. So I'm actually going to set up some more growing zones. You really can never have too much food early on. Another little 10 by 10 zone, and this one will have strawberry plants. And they're going to go run off to do that. Probably going to want to get someone hunting soon just to give us some more food. I think we got all bad beds. Yeah, all bad beds. Now, that won't give them any negatives. In fact, it'll actually help because they no longer have the slept on the ground modifier. But they're still going to have shared bedroom, ugly environment, and disturbed sleep because people are walking around when they're trying to sleep. They have to sleep together, stuff like that. Oh! Had a Thrumbo show up. These things, they can be really nasty. They're generally peaceful. But if you manage to kill them, they give a ton of meat, a ton of hide, and a horn, which is worth a small fortune. I think right now, though, since we only have some survival rifles and knives, we're just going to let it wander around, do its own thing, and it'll leave after a short time. And there's nutrient synthesis done, which is great. Next up, we're going to want to ahead and I guess get pneumatic picks. It doesn't unlock anything, just makes your miners a little bit more effective, which will be nice for getting this plasteel because they are still trying to work on those first couple ones. And my timer just went off, so I'm going to have to call that now for this video. Thanks again for watching, anyone who stuck around.